Alright, what's going on, Dark and Darker? Dungeon Delvers, you already know. I'm here to break down the patch and prep you for the August 26th wipe hype. It is official as of this morning. Last night, we had a roundtable with the devs, a bunch of communities, input suggestions, and balancing changes. The devs took a look and they're doing sort of a massive hotfix on August the 22nd, followed up by an impending wipe. We will be full wiping. I've broken down all the patch notes and theorized how this affects the meta. It's shaken things up. I will also be discussing the whys, the hows, the what ifs, the wins, and the whys. So welcome to the August 22nd patch notes and balancing change breakdown. The first early access wipe will be held on Monday, the 28th of August in the year of Dark and Darker 2023. Everything is gone, fams. Everything. All characters will be deleted, all items, gold, and skills will be reset. The economy is zeroed, and we are back to starting fresh. Your bluestone shards, which you have earned in-game, your triumph shards, will never ever reset. The triumph levels used to earn those bluestone shards will not reset with the wipe. We will be continuing the forward progress of gaining those bluestone shards via whatever triumph level you left off at. For those who don't know, by escaping and extracting from the dungeon and going to harder and harder maps and bossing, you gain essentially triumph experience, which generates bluestone shards. You then use those to buy emotes, cosmetics, and other cool stuff, and whatever else they're going to do with that in the future. A new early access leaderboard will start shortly after the wipe on the 28th, once things have stabilized. The major reason for this wipe is a massive imbalance in the economy due to some game-breaking bugs early wipe. Primarily, the troll in both normal and high roller was respawning, so people were able to kill him multiple times per map. They were just hard farming troll, and his drop table was insane. They nerfed it, and then they double nerfed it, and then they also removed the gold pile from it. People were getting over 10,000 gold for trolling, and the troll, as proven by many such as repos, was killable 100% naked. That boss is going to be changed and a new boss more than likely added. The devs already talked about it in the Q&A that I had with them the other day. Going forward, here are the patch notes. These are big. Some of these are absolutely incredible. Some of these may be a little heavy-handed. Let me know down below in the comments section what you think. So first and foremost, the character slots. We get 8. that is 1 per class. Personally, I wish we had 16 or 24, but who knows? Hopefully in the future, we're going to have 8 character slots. We will get a refund on all blue and red stones used to unlock classes. We will get all of that back, and then you can use those to hold on for the future, or use them for the current season's cosmetic and emotes. This one's also big. This was asked for everywhere. Discord, Reddit, the Sweat Discord, every community that I know was asking for more game time to be added to high roller and to slow down the swarm. Slow down the swarm. Those locusts were devouring players inside of goblin caves. So Goblino is now slower and has an additional blue portal. More players should theoretically be able to escape with their gear, their treasure, and their lives. Game time has also been slightly increased in the normal Inferno map, so people have more time to boss, PvP, and collect treasure. This one was huge. Shrine of Protection's physical damage reduction buff. The PDR has been reduced from 30% to 15%. That took a 50% nerf. Necessary. Camping the shrines is very, very strong right now. Holding on to the module that has Shrine of Prot, or Shrine of Speed, or Shrine of Power is a massive buff to your group's output damage and capability to wipe another group. This one's fun, and I think this will be employed during the wipe. Pots and crates will now give a little bit of XP when broken, instead of 0. So, get ready to hear the sounds of crates, barrels, and pots exploding all over the dungeon. Little quality of life update, nothing crazy. Silver coins now stacked to 30. And remember, if you have a stack of 30 silver coins, you can sell that to the treasurer NPC for 10 gold. It's actually worth picking up. It seems like it isn't, but it actually is. It's worth more than, let's say, a gray bangle. The explosive bottles and oil lanterns will now deal magical damage instead of physical damage. This is inherently a direct nerf to fighters and clerics that wear plate. These will deal magical damage. That's a big change. A lot of classes do not have magic resistance, especially rogues and fighters. They'll probably have to start stacking that, especially going forward when we talk about the other changes. Instruments are now bard only. The unassailable, unironic, drum-throwing meta is now over. All of our mid-range classes, which lack range damage, such as the Warlock, will no longer have access to drum throwing. We will not see players 9 drum throw killing the troll. Here come some insane changes to fighters. My plate fighters, I'm sorry. You are gutted. The armor rating curve has been modified and flattened at the very high end. Slightly flattened. Armor rating is worth less, especially at the top. Physical damage reduction, PDR, has a hard cap of 85 instead of 95. That is a big change. 10% is a lot. Fighters' taunt ability, which gave them PDR, was reduced from 15 to 10. Another PDR. So right here we've got AR, PDR, PDR, all nerfed. Barricade will now give 50 AR instead of 15% PDR. I don't know the math on that one, but it sounds like a nerf to me. This one is my favorite, and the singular thing that I've been asking for and complaining about since the start of the wipe. Falchion damage has been slightly reduced. The Falchion goes hard. I told all my Warlocks, if you've got a green Falchion, you probably just killed everybody else. This weapon was meta for bards, Warlocks, and fighters. We will see what kind of reduction it gets. And fighters, plate armor, this is primarily fighters and clerics. Your plate armor will now protect you less against projectile damage. Projectile damage reduction lowered on plate. So fighters, you are going to get killed by melee weapons, magical Molotovs, and arrows. Congratulations, fighters. You are all now medium armor wearing slayers. Go dual wield build. Be the whirling dervish you know you were meant to be. And welcome back, barbarians, to the death ball. You have now replaced fighters on the front line once more. Let me know what you think of that. It's a hot take. I don't know. These are some big changes in my opinion, but we'll see how it goes. And now here comes the next class. Rogues. Gutted. Your double jump now gives you a movement speed reduction debuff when you land. You now have a movement speed reduction after double jumping. You're going to break your ankle each time you double jump. And at the top side of your jump, you will not jump as high. So you will jump slightly less high and then break your ankle when you land. Your weak point now reduces the target's AR, armor rating, by 40% instead of reducing the PDR. Here's my favorite one. I don't know if this change was necessary, but rogues, you just got smoked. You don't get the hand crossbow anymore. Go back to throwing knives. Good luck breaking your ankles and then throwing knives. Goodbye to the hand crossbow, double jumping, jungle gym enjoyers. Rangers, congratulations. Your penetrating shot now gives you 25% armor pen. So Rangers, which were deadly, especially when they stacked armor pen, are now going to be much deadlier against the plate enjoyers, who have less PDR and less armor. They will now also be getting armor penned more often by Rangers. Penetrating shot was off meta. A lot of players were using triple shot, the baguette heal, or the quadruple, quintuple arrow shuffle shotgun 5-shot. Maybe we'll see more Rangers taking penetrating shot. Bards, I'm sorry. Your din got destroyed. The attribute damage ratio went from 50% at the top end to 12%. Goodbye, brothers. Your musical mayhem and area of effect devastation is now dramatically less good. Alright, we got some weapons that all have armor pen now. In my opinion, this affects all classes, but I also think that it hurts plate wearers the most. So again, I think this is primarily a fighter nerf. The windlass crossbow will now punch through armor. The crossbow will now punch through armor. The hand crossbow, which rogues cannot enjoy, it does a little bit. It finds the armpits. The flange and the Morningstar will now punch through armor. The war maul will crumple the armor. 30% armor pen. If you see them swinging and spinning, you better step away. Or parry. And then finally, this one's cool. The magic staff will now have magical damage by default. So your base default kitted wizards and warlocks will now be a little bit more dangerous. A little bit more dangerous. So in my opinion, fighters, you guys should begin to stack magic resist, as we may see more wizards and warlocks and Molotovs and oil lanterns are now going to be very dangerous to separate and annihilate in group versus group fights. I have also asked the devs after last night's little roundtable. I've made one suggestion only, and that is to please give us an end of wipe event. Double the drop rate in high roller and make it no entry fee. So this is our final weekend before the wipe coming up on the 26th and 27th of August. I have asked for that to be a no entry fee for high roller and double the drops. Let's get in there, let's get some artifacts, and let's kill each other. I'll see you guys inside the dungeon.